We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Dragon 60.
Sanders now to the air right away. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Set up. Ready.
To throw is Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Viking 18. Let go.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Browns at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And I think the ball's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Ready?
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Check smash. Check smash.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. 70 timber, trap 60, trap 60. 18 rattler, 18 rattler. Come on. Hey, smash. Ready.
Judkins fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Ready,
Here's Sanders. Touchdown, Browns. Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry for Rachaad White. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. If you look at this Browns defense, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Mayfield now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Cougar 79 Broncos. Go.
Sanders to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And his throw is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold him to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Okay,
they got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Come 19, Dragon 60. Ready, right?
Throwing, Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. A give. Here's Judkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Mayfield. He's got White here. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. An inside run with Judkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Ready? Mustang 19. Go.
Now Sanders. And this one's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
This is taken at the 18.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
Ready?
Looking to put a drive together.
Dragon 2. Bronco 80. Warrior 70.
Sanders. Johnson's got it complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut it. Viking 18.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
70 Razor. Step. Ready. Ready.
Back to throw. Sanders. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Get it. Ready.
2nd and 3. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 29 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Breaks through the contact. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the
Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Mayfield looks to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
At the 3-yard line.
Now second and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, he shifts. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. On first and 10, here's Irving. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing, Mayfield. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
In motion goes the tight end. And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
For the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
19, 19, Buffalo 18.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a 2nd and 10.
Seven Pirates. Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw. Sanders. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the gun, it's Shador. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
18 Rattler, 18 Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now Sanders. A final shot before break. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now Mayfield. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Pass incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
On third down, they go with Irving. Able to push his way through. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
Mayfield going to switch things up here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On second and 9, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin from 17 yards out. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Buccaneers 24.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Bulldozes past him. Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 19 Lions. Ready, ready?
Here's Sanders. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Sanders to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 31, here's second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
Mayfield down. And it's caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's another.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards.
Well, this game... Certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On play action, here's Shador. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Come on.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And his kick here is good. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Run, run, run. Stop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. And it'll be a big hit at the end of this one, but it's also a big play as he's able to hang on to the football. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd down and 3. Now a toss left side for Judkins. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Left wing 19. Deputy Lions.
Now Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19, go.
Throwing, Sanders. Checks it down to Judkins. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go, start. Ready.
Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Warriors 70, Cougar 19. Ready?
To throw is Sanders. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Browns 36, Buccaneers 31.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31.
180. Start.
A run up the middle with Irving. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
And he stopped immediately there. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score Buccaneers 38,
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, right?
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Bronco, trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. He's back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one, and they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost a game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just